Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do some absolute value equations. So go ahead and get your materials close by so we can go ahead and take some notes. A little bit of background information. Remember that the absolute value of different things can actually give you the exact same answer. For example, if I take negative 14 and 14, both of them are going to give me the answer of 14. Absolute value of two values ended up giving me the exact same answer. Well, remember also that an absolute value can never be negative. And if you think back to the absolute value graph, you remember that our V was always above the x-axis. So there was no negative values. Okay, so let's look at some examples of what I'm talking about. So if I had something inside of my absolute value bars and I came over here and they told me that this answer was negative 10, I can automatically just stop. This is going to be no solution. And why do we know that? Because remember, an absolute value can never be a negative. And we've got some things over there in the absolute value bars. We can put an X in there. We can say that this is equal to negative 56. Solve for X. Well, can't do it because it can't be a negative number. So a little bit of background information. Okay, so now we're going to be solving equations. When you solve absolute value equations, first of all, you isolate the absolute value expression, and then you rewrite it into two equations. You take what is inside the bars and set it equal to the positive, then set it equal to the negative. Then you solve both sides, and then you can check your solution back into the original equation. So for a recap, we're going to get what is inside those bars by itself on the left. We have to isolate it. We can't have anything else with us, just the bars. Then we're going to take what is inside those bars and we're going to make it the positive and the negative of what is on the right. Okay, let's try some. Some examples here for us to do. So we'll just start at the beginning. So number one. We already have our X isolated, so we take what is inside the bars and set it equal to the positive and set it equal to the negative. And we have our answer. Already have our answer, it's already solved. Number two, we have the absolute value of H plus 7 is equal to 15. Well, the rule says take everything inside the bars and set it equal to the positive, and then take everything inside the bars and set it equal to the negative of whatever is on the right. And then from here, we just basically have some one-step equations. So we have our final answer that H is equal to negative 22 and 8. Okay, we'll move on to number 3. The absolute value of B minus 12 is equal to 8. You always take what is inside the bars. I looked at it. There's nothing else with my bars, so I'm good to go. And then I set it equal to the positive and set it equal to the negative of the left side. And then I solve my one-step equation. So now we have our final answer that B is equal to 4 and 20. All right, let's move on to number 4. The absolute value of K plus 10 is equal to negative 3. Well, the absolute value of anything can never be a negative number. So we have our answer already, and our answer is no solution. Now it's time to erase the board and do some more examples. Okay, we are back. We're ready to try number 4. We have 2 times the absolute value of r plus 11 is equal to 36. Well, first of all, we have not isolated what is inside our absolute values. This has to be isolated. And it's not, because we have a number with it. So we have to get rid of that first. This was multiplication. The opposite of multiply is to divide. And now we're left with the absolute value of r plus 11 is equal to 18. Take what is inside the bars and set it equal to the positive and set it equal to the negative, and then solve your one-step equations. And you have your final answer that r is equal to negative 29 and 7. Okay, number 6. We have that the absolute value of g minus 9 plus 12 is equal to 8. I do not have my absolute value isolated again. This part needs to be by itself, so the 12 needs to be moved to the other side. So to move it, I'm going to subtract. I now have the absolute value of g minus 9 is equal to negative 4. Well, here we have the same problem. Absolute value cannot be equal to a negative number, so we have our answer. No solution. Okay, time to erase the board and then move on. All right, next we have number 7. We have a negative 2 times the absolute value of d minus 8 plus 1 is equal to 11. And recall, the part in the absolute value is the part that we are trying to get isolated. We've got a negative 2 we have to deal with, and we have a positive 1 that we have to deal with. When solving multi-step equations, you always move the number that is not with the unknown first. So I'm going to first move my 1 to the other side. Now I am ready to divide by negative 2. I'm left with the absolute value of d minus 8 is equal to negative 5. And again, we cannot have a negative value, so this answer is no solution. Okay, number 8. Negative 3 times the absolute value of x minus 12 is equal to negative 5. We have to isolate what is in the absolute value bars, which means the negative 3 has to be carried to the other side. So I'm going to divide by negative 3. I now have the absolute value of x minus 12 is equal to 5/3. We go back and we take what is inside the absolute value bars and set it equal to the positive, and we take what is inside and set it equal to the negative. And then we solve our one-step equation. And we have our final answer that x is equal to 10 1/3 and 13 2/3. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for viewing. Be sure to give us a like and support us by always hitting subscribe. If you would like to hear about live online tutoring, you can always find me at tntcenter.com. Bye, everybody. Have an awesome day.